Hello, I'm Ray here and you're watching Moto NZ, and I've been sent a new piece of kit. Cameras, CarPlay and maps. What could it be? Let's find out. Okay, this is the Aoocci C6 series. I've tested a couple of these kind of devices, but Aochi reached out to me and they said, hey, if we send you one of these and we give you a promo code and we don't charge you any money, and link in description below, would you mind showing your viewers what it's all about and giving them the option to buy one at a discount? And I said, why not? Why not? So Aochi, I believe is how you say it, C6 series. Let's get into it and find out what it's all about. All right, so we've got CarPlay, we've got Android Auto, we've got a big LCD touchscreen display. What's on the back of here? Contact details, scan me. Here we go. 6.25-inch touchscreen display, dual 1080p front and rear cameras, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, brilliant Bluetooth Wi-Fi for phone and helmet connectivity, GPS navigation, TF card support, tyre pressure monitoring, emergency recording, and IP67 waterproof rating. So you could put this on an adventure bike. Let's get into it and find out what's in the box. Apple-esque unboxing. Ooh, that's nice. It's very narrow, but very wide. That, if you put that into perspective, the dash on the Triumph Street Triple is smaller, but kind of similar shape. Let's pull that out of there. Okay, that's all our wiring. On the back of that, oh, there's a lot of install bits and pieces in there. Right, so on the back of that we've got a power wire, 2 camera wires, front and rear, and what's that red one? Controller. Okay, so we've got a wired controller by the looks of it in here as well. Those are tyre pressure monitoring senders. That's cool. What's this? That's a camera. That's mounting hardware. Looks like we've got security screws in there as well, so no one's going to be able to pinch it off your bike without a little bit of trouble at least. Is some more mounting hardware. That is yet more mounting hardware. That's your power wire. So you've got an inline fuse on that one. Look at that, wired remote. That's a power wire if you want to run it off your USB, which isn't a silly idea considering you don't have to tap into the bike's main wiring loom to do that. That looks like a camera extension cable. That's another camera extension cable. That's another camera. Ball mount for mounting on the handlebars. And, oh, a little sunshade. That'll make it easier to view in bright sunlight. Nice. Oh, and they even give you a little 64 gig SD card. Okay, so I've just plugged this into a standard 5 volt to power up the unit so we can have a look at it and show you what it looks like. So this is the interface that you are greeted with straight out of the box. I don't have a phone connected to this at the moment. Touchscreen is pretty responsive. I like it. Cool. Okay, that's our Bluetooth screen. Settings. What settings have we got to play with in here? Switch from kilometers to miles. Language. Time settings. Nice. It's quite responsive. I like it. Okay, cool. Okay, so I've connected Bluetooth to the Aochi device. That was really simple. I went into the Bluetooth menu on the Aochi and then I opened the Bluetooth menu on my phone and it goes, do you want to connect to this? And do you want to do CarPlay? And I hit yes, and then it connected straight away. So now I'm guessing you've all seen CarPlay before, but we've got CarPlay on the device. Cool. Front and back tires are low. We already know that. Got all the apps that you would normally have available to you via your phone, text messages, phone, music. Do I have Spotify? Because that's kind of a deal breaker for me. I'm sure I do. Do I have it? Yeah, there we go. Spotify's there, so I can play music. Got River over here. Google Maps is a big one for me. Teams, not so much. WhatsApp, not so much. And the standard phone settings in here. It's going to keep telling me that my tyres are low until I turn that off or attach the tyre thingies. But yeah, I mean, that's CarPlay. That's quite cool. And the reason why this is cool is because Google Maps, although you can do, you could do turn-by-turn navigation through audio without having visual cues. If you can mount this on your bars somewhere nice and tidily, then visual cues are excellent, and it means that you don't have to have your phone on the bars in front of you, so you can control your phone from here. I quite like these devices. The downside to these devices, and it's completely unavoidable, is the mess of wires that you've got to route up to the front of your bike to get them, working. Front and rear camera you could do without if you wanted to, but the beauty of this is you've got a little hatch under here which makes the SD card slot waterproof. That's going to record everything out the front of your bike, and of course everything out the back of the bike as well, and it's also going to be triggered if somebody tampers with your bike while it's parked up. Maybe you've parked it somewhere on the street and you've gone to work or whatever. It'll start recording then as well. You never quite know when you need dash cam footage. It might not even be the fact that you've got into an accident, whether you've caused it or not. It might be someone else being a complete twat. So dash cams are always a good idea. These ones, they're 1080p. Not amazing quality, but more than good enough for dash cam stuff. The interface in this device is pretty easy, and you can download the footage, either take the SD card out, put it in your computer, or you can download it to your phone. No dramas. So the next question is the Aochi, what model have I got? I've got the C6. Which bike am I going to put it on? I could put it on the Street Triple, but I'm really liking the no frills, no extras, exactly how it came out of the factory vibe on the Street Triple at the moment. So we might install it on the Tenere 700 and see how it goes. That hasn't been sold yet. But this has been your first look at the Aochi C6, a cool little device. All the hardware is in there. I notice it's got a built-in GPS module on the back there, which a lot of devices don't have. I know the one I tested last had a separate module that you had to plug in and run a cable for. So that's a nice touch. And it runs off USB. You can plug it into any old USB, so I don't have to tap into the power on my bike. Fantastic. Got any questions? Chuck them in the comments box below. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one when I will have had this installed, and we'll take it out on the road and test it out. Cheers, guys. Catch you in the next one. Hooroo.